Hi, it's Jimmy again at the RVDJ channel, and we're cooking. Today, we're making shrimps. So, I've just got done taking all the tails off. This is supposedly cleaned, and it has most of the shell up, but it's the tail on. The problem with this is that it's not deveined. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to devein them all. Not all of them, some of them were deveined. This one's okay. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to cut these shrimps in half. And what that'll do is when we put them in a frying pan, it will allow the shrimp to curl up on itself. It's a pretty cool effect. And it actually makes the shrimp a little more tender. So I did find a few that were cleaned. This one's not. So I'll be back when I get all of these cut in half and cleaned up, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing? Close up, kitty face.
Okay, so we have cut up all of our shrimp. We've cut them in half, and I've deveined them. Okay, so now we're just going to prep them with some salt. This is kosher salt. And pepper. Okay, so they will be ready to go in the frying pan. Which I'm going to prep with some olive oil to do them up. I have some butter, so I'll fry them in, heat them up in olive oil, and then what I'll do is I'll turn the heat off, put the butter in, let them saute in butter and garlic, and we'll get them nice and that nice red shrimp color, and then we'll serve them with some pasta. And when we get to the pasta being done, we'll show you how we're going to do that. We're going to basically take and put all the stuff into the pasta pot after I drain it, and then we'll put all the stuff together and mix it all up in there. We will pause again. Time will pass. Okay, so our water for our spaghetti is boiled. You'll notice I broke it in half. There's a really good reason for that. It won't fit in the pot if I don't. So I just took regular salt, put it in the water, and we're just going to give that a little stir when you're ready. And spaghetti takes about 7 to 10 minutes to cook. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to start the El Shrimpo. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to heat the pan. I'm going to put some olive oil in there. And we're just going to let that heat up. Usually, you want oil to heat up anywhere from
Oil to heat up?
Huh?
Oil to heat up?
We want oil to heat up anywhere from 350 to 375 degrees. So that's going to take a minute to do. And then once it's done, we're going to just toss this seasoned shrimp in here. Now, Sonia's not going to have any spaghetti tonight, so somebody needs to remind me out there that when I take this shrimp and I'm all done, I need to reserve some of the shrimp in the frying pan so that I can deal with it there rather than trying to fish it out of the
Spaghetti.
fish it out of the spaghetti. So when the pan is hot, it's kind of getting there. Now, I don't have a fancy thermometer for to measure the heat in my cooking oil, but normally they'll say they'll get a shimmer on it when it's ready. You'll be able to see it, and when that's ready, then we'll toss the shrimps in, which are over here. I've also prepared. This is a quarter stick of unsalted butter, and what we're going to do is when we're ready to put everything together in the pan, in the pot after I drain it, I'm just going to take this. I'm probably going to stick it in the microwave for about 15 seconds or 20 seconds, just enough to get a little soft, and then I'm going to throw it in the pan, and there'll be enough heat in the pan to melt the butter. And I can hear that popping in there. So I think that we're kind of ready. Yep. So let me get a spatula. Okay. Now, because we cut the shrimp in half, there's going to be this really cool reaction, and it's going to start to curl. And this does two things. First of all, it makes sure it's easy. It's faster to cook the shrimp when it's cut in half because it's only half shrimps, right? But the other thing that it does is that it gives it a better texture. It's almost like more like a lobster-like texture when you cut it in half like that. So, do this. Okay. Get another tool. Okay. Give the pasta a stir. Something else that I learned is that how many people out there by, just putting like a yes in the comments after you're done here. How many people put olive oil in their pasta water? So I was doing that for years, and then I kind of got told, no, you don't put any type of oil in the water. It just floats on the top, doesn't do anything. So I stopped doing it. So the only thing in that pot, other than the spaghetti and water, is some salt. And the salt does two things. I missed the tail. It helps the water boil faster because the salted water will boil at a lower temperature. The other thing it does is that it seasons the pasta, the salt in the water. So this is going to take a few minutes. So why don't we kind of like come back? You'll see that the shrimp is starting to get that nice red color. We want to make sure that that's all the way through. So I have to flip some over. But you can see here. See, here's one that's curled up. So they curl up like little piggy tails. I'm sauteing my shrimps. Now, this, by the way, works. Is much more dramatic when you're using the real colossal shrimps, the big ones, the like what are they, like 810s? They're like small lobster tails. You can really get that effect. These are a little bit smaller. I think these are. But I think these are like 16, 18, or 15, 16. Okay. So it's kind of looking like my shrimps are ready. I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm going to set them on the back burner. Literally, you just got to wait for the pasta. Not quite. Still too al. You've heard of al? Al dente? Famous restaurateur. So, as soon as I'm ready to drain the pasta, it'll be another maybe 3-4 minutes. We'll come back, I'll drain the pasta, and then I'm going to put a plate out here to really remind myself to reserve some shrimp for Sonia, and I'll have to do something a little different with that. So we'll all learn together. Time will now pass. Okay, so the spaghetti is now ready to be drained. It's I just tried some of it, and it's cooked. Come over here. There is a colander in here, honest. I'm just going to give that a shake. I don't want to rinse it because I still want it to stay hot. Now I'll come over here. Before I forget, I'm going to reserve some shrimp for Sonia. It's going to go in here. I'm going to put this back over the burner. I'm not going to turn the burner on. This is that butter. All I did is put it in the microwave and melt it. I'm going to have a little garlic. This is garlic in water, not oil. Okay, that's about a good sized tablespoon of garlic. Okay. Stir this up. Now we're just going to put some Parmesan cheese right on top of this while the pot's still warm. I think I may just give this just a little heat. Go way down. If I can get it to light again. Because I want the cheese to melt. Okay. Continue to stir, 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 stir. Right. And like I said, we want the pasta and the shrimp and everything mixed together, and we want to try and melt this cheese. Okay. Incidentally, just put the heat on this and very low, just to give it enough heat to melt the cheese. It's starting to look pretty good. Let's see if it needs anything. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to deal with Sonia's plate over there. I'm going to try and use the same pot. So to do that, I have to take the stuff that's in here out. Okay, so we can see that the inside of this pot still has a lot of goodies in it. So I'm going to throw Sonia's shrimp in here. I'm going to try to get this to ignite one more time. Turn the heat way down. I'm going to a little bit, there is some garlic in there. I'm just going to add a little more garlic to it. Don't need quite as much as I need for the. Okay. Okay, I have a little butter left in here. All right.
Don't forget the cheese.
Right. I just want to get that. I didn't want the garlic to burn because there's really no significant liquid in here. I'm going to have one or two pieces of pasta there and I'll take it. Actually, instead of using a plate,
Just use the bowl.
right in the butter bowl. Uh-huh. Okay, and that's add a little more of that on there. We'll add a little more of that on there. Okay, this is my fork. Looks like pasta and shrimp with garlic and butter sauce. Came out good. So, as always, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Call up your friends and go, hey, this is Screwball Guy that cooks on the RVDJ channel. Okay? Subscribe. Become a member. Hey, come on over. Maybe we'll have a contest. The person that comes furthest for dinner, we'll make dinner for them. Anyway, thanks for watching. The next time that I cook something, I'm sure the camera will come out. Until then, bye.